Hey everyone, how's it going? Today we're going to do a super cheap, simple catch can on my Turbo D15 Civic. I'm going to put a link in the description of all the parts that I use. So if you see something you like, you can click the link. There's no guesswork. Take you right to exactly what I'm using. We're going to delete the black breather box on the back of the block. Got this fitting here with the brace, I guess we could call it. We'll put a bolt through here, it'll hold it into the block. From there I have a 10AN to 1/2 inch barb fitting. So that will be used to run the hose to one of the ports on the catch can from where the black breather box attaches to the engine. Then we'll just run some hose as well to the port on the valve cover. That'll go to the other port, and throw some hose clamps on it, and we'll be done. Let's get after it. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is find a spot to mount the actual catch can at. Got the bracket off of the catch can. I'm thinking about right here is going to be pretty good. Maybe a little bit lower since I'm going to have the filter breather on top. About right there. It should clear the hood. What you want to think about when you're finding a mounting spot, especially from the breather box, which this isn't too hard, but if you tried to go too low with it to hide it, you would run into an issue. You want the hose coming from the engine to have to make an upturn. That'll keep any liquid oil that gets up into the hose from running down and filling up your catch can way faster than it needs to. You're just trying to get the oil vapors out of the air. You're not necessarily, and you're trying to ventilate crankcase pressure, you're not necessarily trying to catch that oil. That should be able to just go up into a hose that's tilted up and then run back down into the engine. Go ahead and mount this up. I will say these self-tappers that they provide are a little long, so if you have something sensitive behind what you're screwing into, just keep that in mind. You can mount the bracket this way or this way. I think for ease I might mount it this way, even though it's not the cleanest look. I don't really care. Pick two, I went ahead and just grabbed a couple of my own self-tappers because I don't have the right bit size for it. Foregoing the washers because don't need them. Alright, go ahead and get this mounted. One thing I do like about this is it gives you the ability to clock it in any direction you want, depending on where you had to mount it. It's just two 2mm Allen heads. I have gloves on, so this is kind of hard, but turn it. Sorry about the train noise here. I'm going to take the breather off of here, this little filter, and this is where one of my hoses will go, from here to here. So I'm just going to kind of roughly measure it here. Need about, yes, this much. Try not to cut yourself. For when it's just me talking to myself. Use your car as a cutting board. It's time to replace this razor blade in here. And I hope you didn't cut it too short. Alright, cool. grab a couple of these. I bought hose clamps slightly too small. On the links in the description, I will make sure I put the right size for you guys, now that I know from experience. This hose is not super flexible. Alright, that is in there. Let's get these hose clamps tightened down. Or attempt to. Yeah, we're not even close on that. Looks like we're clamping with zip ties today. I will replace these later. Go ahead and pop our breather filter on here. I hope you guys can see what's going on. Should probably put that on, huh? Okay, filter is on. That was the easy one. Let's go underneath and get the black box out. I'll show you all that. Alright guys, real quick, I want to talk to you about a sticker giveaway I'm doing. This is not a raffle, this is a sticker for anyone who likes free stickers. All you have to do, send me a screenshot on Instagram of you being subscribed to my YouTube channel. Instagram is OKCarMods. Send me a screenshot of that and your name and address. I will mail you one of these two stickers. One is the YouTube play button and the channel name. The other is a Flex Fuel sticker. Flex Fuel kind of playing on E85, and then the F in the Flex is a cob of corn and a guy flexing his bicep. Pretty corny. Alright guys, right here is the black box. There's at least one 10mm holding it on. I'll let you know after I'm done. I'm not 100% sure, but we get that out and then we'll put that plug in its spot. Alright, there was one bolt, sorry about that, one bolt on the top and then one on the bottom. I got to the bottom one from the bottom of the car. The top one I had to get to the top. I stuck an extension under the intake manifold. Basically right back here, stuck my hand back here with an extension and ran it up under the intake manifold to the bolt. It's pretty easy to get to that way. One thing to note is the line that ran to it smells a lot like E85. So we've got a lot of crankcase pressure obviously with the looser ring gap and running quite a bit of boost. So this is something I should have done a while ago, but I didn't. You can see this thing's pretty dirty. Get you focused here. And it smells like E85, so it's a good thing we're deleting this now. Also, the catch can was like completely full of oil. Another indication we had a lot of crankcase pressure. Alright, we'll get back into the car and get the plug and the 10A into 1/2 inch bar bit after. Super limited space down here, but got the fitting on there and we'll run the hose now. Alright, I'm gonna cut into the hose again here and this one cut up. Again, if you drive a crappy car, feel free to use it as a cutting board. Just don't cut through your boost controller wires. Okay. Now I'm gonna run this like this here. Down through this little hose holder there. That's what it's made for, right? Go under here. If I can go under here, but this hose is not very flexible. It doesn't help. It's pretty cold out here, so, but I'll make it work. Get underneath it. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a zip tie since that's what we're using for clamps right now. See my oil spill puddle here. That box is full of oil. Alright. Just run a zip tie on it and call it a day. I will end up replacing these with proper hose clamps, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So you can see it's got plenty of uphill now, where the breather was full of oil earlier. The oil will just come in and then the air will separate and good oil will just run back down. So I'm actually gonna get this pulled back up through here. That way it has a better downhill descent back to the plug. So, oops, maybe, come on. Got kind of a cluster going on here. Well, it's pretty neat. It's made for removing the ends of these zip ties here, so. Look at that, works great. What we need to do is cap off this line so there's not a vacuum leak. I'm sure there's a lot of like really nice, clean ways to do this. I'm just gonna cut the line in half, put a bolt in it, and put a hose clamp on it. Because I have 20 hose clamps that should fit this. Alright, we got one. Alright guys, that's it. The cheap and easy catch can is installed. Total I spent I think $84.68. You could do it a little bit cheaper and leave the black box in there and just have a little fitting, or just have your hose go onto the PCB hose fitting on the black box, but I didn't really show it too much, but mine was basically full of oil, so I'm glad to be getting rid of that thing. Thanks for watching. Like I said, links for all the parts that I used for this catch can will be in the description. Subscribe if this was helpful. Peace.